Hey folks, welcome back, and this is the American finale for Let's Play Call of Duty 1's base campaign. It's as you'll notice, this one's pretty short, but I do try to send it out on a bang, and staying with me through that is.
Hey everybody, it's Last Robo Kai here, and well, this is great because I have a really busy schedule, so the shorter the levels, the better. I'm a very important man. I've got very important video games to watch other people play.
Yes, indeedy. And for what it's worth, the other levels will be a bit longer. It's just that the American one is short for some reason. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get in there so we can get you all back to your busy schedules as well.
Since June of 1944, the Allies have made enormous advances through Europe, sweeping through much of France, Belgium, and Holland, almost to the banks of the Rhine. Much of their success must be credited to the Russians, who, at Stalingrad, during the winter of 1943, destroyed many of the Germans' best panzer divisions. On the Eastern Front, the Russians have continued to push the Germans back through Russia and much of Poland, and will soon be on the banks of the Oder River and the border of Germany. The situation for the Germans has grown desperate. Allied bombers have reduced many major German cities to rubble. The German Air Force, the Luftwaffe, is a mere shadow of the power it once was, and can do little to stop the bombers, much less fight the Allied armies. The Kriegsmarine, the German Navy, is mostly sunk, its U-boats destroyed, and its sailors pressed into the army. However, the enemy refuses to surrender. Unable to stop the Allied advance, Hitler has turned to vengeance weapons, the V-1, and now the V-2 rockets. These rockets, although some of the most advanced weapons of the war, are too inaccurate to hit military targets. Instead, they are being used to terrorize London.
If I can't win, no one can.
That's pretty much Hitler's idea at this point, yes. So the Americans are showing a normal bunker rush. This happened a lot as they advanced through Belgium.
Gentlemen, we fought a whole bunch of these, so I know you know what to do. But indulge me. Move quickly, cover your buddies, don't bunch up. For heaven's sake, don't stop till we reach those bunkers.
You might have noticed Sergeant Hewitt there having the A1 carbine that I told you nobody ever actually spawns with. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Watch him. Dumbass.
Cursed haunted guns, I suppose.
Yeah. So these bunker rushes were a very common thing on the Western Front, just because there were so many German hardpoints along the border of Germany. This is really a very typical one, and you'll notice how many American soldiers we come into this with, and you'll just have a quick look at the end how many we come out with. Spoilers, it's not many.
We'll do a head count.
Fortunately, we've still got Captain Foley around, so he is always the man to follow.
If anything, because you can use him as mobile cover.
Exactly. He's also still using his trusty Thompson, so he actually screws people up pretty bad.
Definitely not a place I want to be caught getting crossfired in.
That's exactly what's happening. The only reason this is not instantly lethal for me is that the Americans are outnumbering the Germans very badly at this point.
And as time wears on, that'll change.
Yeah, it will. As we get to the bunkers, you'll start seeing my allies making increasingly stupid mistakes.
Well, he appears to be watching you from a distance now.
I lost track of him. I thought he was right behind. Oh, there's my allies doing something stupid.
Rubbing their face on the machine guns?
Yes, indeedy. If that thing's firing, that means there's dudes over there, and that means there's dudes to be exploded.
Bunkers just don't seem as good as they used to once people start hurling explosives inside.
Yep. I really have missed having a decent number of allies.
And an unlimited number of Panzerfaust firing yours.
You know, call me sentimental, but there's just something about blowing people up.
Can't say anything anymore now.
And then I almost forget the documents that Foley sent me in there for.
Yeah, don't forget the important documents. Gotta get those German nudie magazines.
Ha! This is another area where I feel ridiculously exposed. I was actually, again, really surprised that the time on this was only about 7 minutes, because with these few tension-soaked moments, it felt like much, much longer.
We need a speedrun of this body hopping across the map, just blitzing through a whole bunch of things.
Ha! I wonder how well that would work. You'd have to do it on Recruit. Almost positive that dude got me through the cliff face there, but you know, whatever. He's entitled to a bit of luck.
Search for documents.
You cleared the bunker for a change.
Praise God for the Chicago typewriter.
Got a message for you. I do like that as a name for a gun.
I like that the German soldier and I had exactly the same idea at the exact same moments.
You just had more room to move.
Yeah, I should really stop that. It's starting to hurt me.
If it's any consolation, I'm fairly certain it's hurting them much more.
I still have no idea how I got that dude's helmet.
Mark, get quick! We've got 2 Panthers coming over the ridge! Get on one of those 88s and take them out! Covering fire!
So yeah, now we have a few tanks we need to take care of. And there's a machine gun nest over there that I just don't want to deal with.
Now we get to play with the big-ass artillery cannon thingy.
Yeah, it's actually a much better idea to use it here simply because there's actually a lot of German infantry around. So trying to sneak around and be all Panzerfausty is kind of a bad idea. The fog is so thick that I'm actually just firing off the sound of their machine guns.
Great job on those tanks. Private Martin, you've done yourself proud.
Oh no, don't take off the helmet.
I hardly believe we've done it.
Captain No Fucks Foley!
I thought it was gonna be one of those things. It's like, oh, take off the helmet. Oh, we're done. Get shot in head. But apparently, I guess Infinity Ward had enough sense not to do that.
Yeah, Foley does survive, despite my best attempts to blow him the fuck up with a Panzerfaust. And I love how he has absolutely no reaction to the Flak 88 blowing up right next to him. He's just like, whatever. The tank was what I was scared of.
They do that all the time. He gets out of bed, climbs out of one of those, and explodes it. So that's pretty much how his day goes.
That's his daily workout. Oh, Lord. So, next time we will be doing something about those V2 rockets that were mentioned, because that's how the British wrap up their game, is blowing the crap out of some V2 rockets. Sergeant Waters will be back, and so will Skillness. I'm looking forward to that. I like that guy.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll be a bit more exciting than that mission was. That was really anticlimactic.
Yeah, it was really very brief.
Wow.
And, you know, I mean, I understand what they were trying to go for thematically. That was really just a day in the life of an American soldier as the war wound down. You would roll up to these very entrenched positions, you'd pray to God that you didn't accidentally stumble into an MG-42's sights, and you'd grab documents and blow stuff up as well as you could. I understand the thematic, but it didn't very well translate into gameplay.
Yeah, just the way Foley takes his helmet off and stuff. I think they were going for sort of a mood to it that I just wasn't feeling.
Foley is supposed to be very, very tired at this point in the war, and it makes a lot more sense once we see everything that happens in UO, why he would be tired here, but in the context that they've given us, this is one thing that just didn't work. Fortunately, though, the other two finales are, in my opinion, pretty big hits. So we'll see you when we blow up some V2s, folks. I've been Cool Guy.
I've been the last Robo Guy.
Take good care of yourselves and all those you love, folks.